We are on. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the vinyl collection. This is looking through the record shelves where we go through our vinyl collection, look at what records we have. We're digging inside, seeing what's inside. Old, forgotten stuff that you haven't seen inside your records in so long. That's what we do here. We're going through our record collection. And, of course, as always, I have people to help me, good friends of the show and friends of mine to help. We look through their record collection. We look through mine. And that's it. We have a nice chat about it. The live chat is going. I hope you say hello into that. Or if you're watching the rebroadcast, you can leave a comment if you want. Tell us what you think about the records we're showing, what you think, and what you have. Now, personally, for me, what I will be showing this week, I'll be continuing the 50th anniversary records. 1971 was a huge year, and it was shocking to go through. I would see a lot of 50th anniversary special editions coming out. And when you put it together, 1971 was this crazy, colossal year of releases. So I pulled out all the 50-year-old records that I have, and I've been going through that. There's still some left, so we will be exploring that. I also have a new pickup from eBay, which I never, ever do, and more fun stuff like that. So don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Why don't you bring on the folks that are going to help us here? Of course, we got Matt Bandy and Kevin and Sarah. Look at that. Another girl has made it to the vinyl collection. Hey, Sarah.
Hey.
Unbelievable.
Girl.
Yeah, who was the first girl?
Who was the other girl?
Well,
none other.
Tara and Layla.
Tara,
yeah.
Tara in the chat,
right,
but of course, Layla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Layla.
Right.
Was never on?
No, I don't
Tara
think so.
was never on.
No,
Sorry,
I don't
Tara.
think so.
Matt Bandy just blowing Layla out of his mind.
No.
I forgot about her too. Sorry.
Well, there you go, Sarah. You almost became the inaugural female on the vinyl show. But
It's fine.
First Canadian woman.
That's true. That's
Yep.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
She's been with us since the beginning, watching. And you could hear her laugh in the background as she was watching other shows.
Stairs.
No, she insists that she's watching this
I
one.
am.
She's just on a delay. That's why.
Yeah.
Apparently.
It's like an 8-second delay between. Yeah.
Sure. So it's thanks for coming on. It's good to see you, Kevin. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And Matt Bandy is here, of course, in front of his records.
Mm-hmm.
This might be it. Maybe we'll have more people coming. I don't know. We'll have to see who shows up. But of course, if you're in the chat, definitely say hello to us, and we'll include you in the conversation as we look through our records. So yeah, what else? Anything to report? Any news, Matt Bandy? Anything before we start?
It's a long weekend for me. It's the 4th of July weekend here, so I got off early from work yesterday. My wife put on an event in our community yesterday with it was kind of like a small farmer's market, but without the produce and stuff. It was an event she put on yesterday in our, kind of our downtown area, and it was really successful. But it was a lot of work getting that set up, and just getting ready for the 4th of July tomorrow. Hanging out in my cul-de-sac and watching some fireworks.
I don't know. Before we started, you told us this great story how you climbed a great mountain and shed all of your clothes. So.
I didn't shed all my. I shed about 50% of my clothes.
Wow, that's pretty.
I paid for it a little bit. So if you're hiking, always bring sunscreen.
I'd like to see pictures. Show some pictures.
Maybe I will. I could show you some pictures.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Kevin and Sarah, we just got past Canada Day. Did you do anything exciting?
No. We've been painting our downstairs bathroom.
Yeah, doing
Renovation. That's been it.
I read a blog about that.
Yeah, you can check that out. buriedonmars.com.
Yes, I had to look on my phone to see that because at work, for some reason, any of those WordPress pages, none of them load up. Like Sarah's won't, LeBrain's won't, Kevin's won't. I don't know why. It's just a .com, but
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you've got some sort of net nanny They don't want you looking at that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Controversial stuff there. I'm getting my mind worked up. I'm thinking I want to, because I told you before we started, the new neighbors are doing crazy renovations, so it's kind of got my juices going a little bit. I'm thinking maybe it's time. I'd like to do something with the kitchen cupboards. I was thinking either replace all the doors, which is expensive, or more economical, paint the things. So I'm working that out in my mind, how to paint kitchen cupboards. I'm
in the same boat as you. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it at the same time.
Yeah, well, paint has come a long way. There's lots of good product nowadays. I'm watching lots of YouTube videos on it. You can fill in the grain with a certain layer and then paint over that. And
do you need to sand it first?
There's paint now that you don't even need to sand, don't need to prime, don't need to do any of that.
Primer right in the paint.
Yeah, but this paint's super expensive too, like $100 for a little thing like that.
Oh wow.
Oh, so, whenever I hear though that people are going to paint over wood, like how you have it, I get. Why
Me
are
too.
you doing that?
Me too, because we've all probably stripped something to get back to the wood at some point.
Yeah.
But those kitchen cabinets, the golden.
I know they're
whatever.
20 years, almost 20 years. Like,
yeah,
I know, and it might be time. I don't know if you could sand them down and restain them, maybe.
Sure you can. From all the videos I heard, that is the toughest job people have ever taken on. It works, you can do it, but it is tough. It is tough work for all those doors, like 20-something doors.
Yeah.
A lot.
I know. It might just be easier just to.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to do that grain filler, like get rid of the grain so it doesn't look like it's,
like you've just.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So that's in my brain. And also there's also been in my world, terrible news has come down. A terrible event has happened where my oldest, my 17-year-old, has gotten her driver's license now.
Oh.
She passed her driver's test. So
is there like a car that you have to buy now for her?
Well, I only got one vehicle and she's constantly wanting it now, which strands me. So what? I don't know what to do. You can get your license at 16, but with all of the stuff going on, everything's been delayed. Yeah. And she luckily found an appointment to do the driver's test.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah, it was looking like she would have to wait like a year to get in for her test, but she got in right away. She's not even done her driver's ed, but she got the appointment. She took the thing. I mean, we did 2 weeks of straight parallel parking over and over again just to get the parallel parking down, because I have a bigger vehicle, and you get it right one time, you do it again, miss it, right next time.
Yep.
Even after I dropped her off, I went out to pick up some milk. I'm like, I'm gonna try this myself. Oh, mess that up. Don't tell anybody. Drove away. But she took the test. They didn't even make her parallel park.
Yeah, I don't think they do that anymore. Yeah.
I didn't have to.
I did.
What?
I had to.
I was sweating the whole time, and they're man. At the end, it's like, I don't have to do it. Great, awesome.
And I passed with flying colors, except I got a mark off because I didn't put what they had me park on a hill, and you're supposed to turn the wheels. And I did that, but then you put the parking brake on, and I was driving my mother's 1985 Cutlass Sierra. And the parking brake worked, but it was a bit loose. And if I engaged it, the light would never turn off again.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom had just fixed it. So I'm not going to do this. And I didn't. And I got a mark off. But I explained to the guy why I didn't do it. I was aware, but I still got the mark off.
Yeah, for sure. I had a vehicle like that. If you use the emergency brake, it would never come off. So you didn't use it. Or the parking brake, sorry.
Yeah, it was like loose, and I didn't want to bring it to the guy's attention, because then what?
Oh, yeah.
So, oh well. Anyways, I got my license, whatever.
Mm.
Happy day.
So if you need your license, now's the time. Try to get in there, because they're just pushing people through like crazy. Go around the block and pass. And I got to drive with these people on the highway. So.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Uber. Push you through.
Yep. All right. So I guess we can, if that's all the chit chat. Anything else, Kevin? No excitement?
Oh, I got nothing.
Okay. Then let us start the business. This is the vinyl show. So let's check out some vinyl. No, we don't do that. First of all, we go vinyl adjacent, show something not quite vinyl, but just related to vinyl. And we'll get to that right after I play the intro. We'll be back right after this. Oh, I didn't make an intro this week. So we'll get right to the... We'll get right to...
Oh, wow, the show's gone downhill.
I'd like to say I didn't have time, but we had 2 weeks off, and I don't know, it just crept up on me. So, but Kevin always made fun of the intro anyways. He didn't like it, so we're moving on.
I had to say something about it. That's all.
Okay. I will show my vinyl adjacent. I was going to do its own video. You might have seen this in my pickup video.
Yeah, we're getting your pickup video sloppy seconds here.
Yeah.
Well,
just wait till the video comes out of just this. That'll be the terrible triple, I guess.
Wow.
So I thought, what the hell? Let's open it up on this show. Heck, you're the only guys that'll watch that other video anyways. So if you missed it on the pickup video, I was at my daughter's workplace, which is like a liquidation place. They get in all kinds of Amazon returns. And I saw this on the floor. Actually, they had like 4 copies of it of varying condition. They were Amazon returns. And this was the best looking one. It just has a little bit of shrinkage tear there.
Oh, yeah.
But all the corners are fine. And it was half price. So it was $65. And
originally 65 or 65 is what you paid for it?
Is what I paid for it. They're not even in stock anymore on Amazon, but I think they were listing for $144 or something crazy like that. Yeah, it's a 6-discer. I thought it was vinyl at first, actually, when I got super excited, but it is CDs. Yeah. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of Frank Zappa's legendary first solo outing. So we are doing 50th anniversary albums. Now, this was 50th anniversary, I think, a few years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't find the year. I should have been more prepared, of course, but there's the back. And I guess we'll have to open it. We'll have to take the shrink wrap off.
I'll have it in bed.
How do we do this, Matt Bandy? Without
rip it off.
Yeah. What else are we gonna do? Keep that little sticker.
Yep, we gotta keep the
That's
sticker.
it.
Keep the hype sticker.
Yeah.
What about the?
No, you can get rid of that.
Well, that's history.
What does the history say?
64,
a buck or two?
$64.99.
It says our price. 65.
Oh, our price. Okay.
Our price. So I'm not too sure what's in here other than the discs. From what it says on the back, I'm thinking there must be a booklet or something as well.
So this is an extended edition of his first album.
His first solo album from '69. That was probably the first thing he put out. Was this? Yeah.
Okay.
Hot Rats from '69.
That's the one.
It's got a nice glossy.
Yeah, it's nice.
In Regalia, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a cool dress.
There's so many of Peaches on there.
Oh wow!
Whoa,
that's a lot of peaches.
Wow, that's a lot of peaches.
But
jam.
You know, there's some really good guitar stuff on there. Willie the Pimp is on there.
I am so unfamiliar with his catalog. Yellow Snow, that's the only real song I know.
That's a good one.
You know, Dancing Fool, right? Dancing.
Not off time.
I hear that beat, I get out of my seat, but I can't compete because I'm dancing.
Mad respect for him. I mean, I've heard him and I've watched him in interviews and whatever. He's a very smart guy. He was.
Yeah. They use up all that area here to put stuff.
Who's in the lobby? Mm-hmm.
That's neat. I like seeing stuff like that. Oh, you guys made
Wow.
fun of me for only keeping one pick for the past 25 years.
You can't use those.
That's
Yeah,
right.
don't use
They're
them.
staying in the plastic.
Yep.
I
Unfortunately,
want to see what's
can't
on the
use
other
them.
side. Open that up.
What? The
I
picks?
want to see the other side.
You're gonna lose those picks. They're gone.
Matt Bandy, they are sealed.
I'm just busting your balls, trying to get you to open it up.
We can spread them out here somehow.
You save that for your unboxing video.
Okay.
Matt
I like
Bandy.
this. Look at this.
Producer Matt Bandy pushing Bill along. Oh yeah,
I like those.
yeah.
Boop.
Oh.
That's the way they should be.
Mhm. See, that's where you'd think that's like an LP right there.
It totally had me convinced that this was vinyl when I grabbed it.
Hmm.
Okay, so booklet.
Mhm.
And then whoa.
Well, there goes one flying across the room. Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before Bill rips something. So
It's the
You're in good
artwork.
company, Bill.
There's the reels, I guess. I still haven't seen that Zappa documentary yet, but
That's cool.
Hey, it's nice packaging.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
As long as they're held in there nice and tight. Very nice.
Yeah, and they are actually, I don't know if you can see, but it's actually like it sits down a bit
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there.
that's good.
That's good. Yeah,
I like the
that's-
style too. Like a reel to reel.
And what do we got here? Oh, it's a Zappa board game.
oh, nice.
Hey.
See, that's what the picks are for. That's going to be your little piece that you move. I guarantee you.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah, open the board and select your guitar pick.
There you
Damn,
go.
Matt Bandy.
Ah.
There's the instructions if anyone wants to hit pause and read that.
The most important rule is to have fun.
That's right.
Hey, very cool. All right. Woo. What is that of? Looks like pants and I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No clue.
Globes and pants.
Yeah, they
And
all have the same thing.
who knows? Yeah.
So yeah, Zappa board. It's all shiny.
I'll be right back. I lost the contact.
Ooh, that sucks. Like the little Zappas there.
Yeah,
Zappaland.
the crypt. So yeah, there is a brand new Zappa documentary out there. It's you got to pay to see it though. Unfortunately, still I'm waiting for it to go on the many streaming sites that I subscribe to. And it's got a nice booklet here. Scary.
Yeah.
Oh. It's Matt Bandy territory.
What's going on there?
Whoa.
I always wondered about that front cover. Like, who is that coming out of the? Is it a pool? What is that?
Uh-oh.
There you go. How many creases? Count 'em.
Great shot of Frank right there.
Guy look young, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I could stop and read the book and find out what the story of the cover is, but
Yep, save that for the unboxing video.
Would Frank Zappa be like the grandfather of the straight edge movement?
I don't know. That's interesting because I know he smoked cigarettes. So that's a no go.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's true. But he was no to everything else.
Yeah.
All right, so that is my vinyl adjacent for today. You got to see me open up the Zappa stuff.
4 picks, huh?
Yeah. So when Matt Bandy and Kevin and Sarah come over, we can play Zappa.
Zappa, nice.
We'll get Kevin to bring some more picks, so we don't want to open those ones.
Yeah.
All right, Matt Bandy, what do you have for us?
I got actually quite a bit of vinyl adjacent stuff. I got a package from last week from Out of Season Records, so I got some neat stuff to show. So I'll start with the cassettes. So there was a 3-pack deal for Orang, who he is a synth artist from France, and this is a reissue of Another World, Another Time. This was I'm not sure where this is in his catalog. It's one of his earlier releases, but it's one that I didn't have. I'm not sure. It was pressed by somebody else on cassette earlier, but Out of Season has been putting out some of his back catalog.
Shiny.
Yeah.
So what color is that, Matt? Is that like an orangey pink?
It's a pink, yeah.
Okay.
So kind of the same as the cover.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then you just have the J card. So this is his big thing. Imagination never fails. It was quite that's kind of a reoccurring theme on his stuff on the inside here.
Oh, I like maps.
Yeah. So that is fortuitous. So so he so this is all instrumental stuff, right? And he's created this land called the Land of the Five Seasons, and he's written some short stories that kind of go along with some of his music, and he also wrote some poems that kind of expands on the lore of his music and stuff. But for having music that doesn't have any lyrics, there's a lot of like a story in his music, and that's I appreciate that. So it's neat.
Is this one of the guys that does commentary tracks too? With the
No. I've heard him give a few interviews, and he talks a little bit about his process on his website, and I think it's on here. It's worth checking out. It's right here. Orang hyphen dungeon hyphen synth.com, or just do a Google search for Orang, and I'm sure you'll find it. And he has a pretty large catalog of music. And then they repressed. This was originally from 2016. It never had a physical release. It was only a Bandcamp or only digital until this year. And this was called Anti-Future is the name of this one. And this is more of a synth wave. So this has like that 80s synth vibe to it. And this is great. This is really good. I've been listening to this one quite a bit. And it's on a kind of a translucent red.
I like that.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit of a story that he wrote to kind of go along with the music. And this is a neat one. This is probably his most accessible record.
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
what happened?
no.
Butterfingers fell.
So yeah, Anti-Future. And then this is his latest release. This one's called Imagination Never Fails. This is heavy on the fantasy.
Like it. I like the purple.
Translucent purple. Yeah.
What kind of music is this? Is this
This
metal?
No, this is all synth. This is like dungeon synth is the name of this genre. So it's all very like heavy fantasy oriented. If someone who's never heard dungeon synth before, like, and have you ever seen Conan the Barbarian, that movie?
No, but
Okay.
I can imagine.
You didn't watch that with me?
Conan? No, I don't think so.
So it's kind of it's very influenced by high fantasy and classical music. So a lot of times some of the stuff gets lumped in with neoclassical music. So new music that has those vibes, the Renaissance kind of feel to it. But yeah, this one's fun too. And then I don't know if you guys remembered, but we talked about how, remember the trading cards? We talked about that, the baseball cards. Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't know how hard it's been for me not to open this thing. So, yeah, we're gonna open this. We got the.
Right on.
There's a couple I have a few unboxing to do on this video. So this one. Sorry, my dog's hacking on something.
He's just hacking on a bone.
Hacking on the bone. We got 12 collectible cards here. And I think I feel a piece of gum in here too.
Oh, we got to eat that.
I don't know.
Garbage Patch Kids.
There she goes. Huh.
Notice that doesn't get torn open.
Well.
Oh, I saw it.
There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay. So I'm a little disappointed. This is a piece of extra gum. So
what
I
the?
don't know about that.
Yeah,
that's not very hardcore.
I was expecting to see that pink gum, but yeah, I got our nutritional information on there. So
wow,
that's impressive. And what do we got here? So I'm assuming these are going to be all characters that he has come up with that belong to the Land of Five Seasons. Okay, we got a robot here. This is the Copper Giant. Then we have the Stone Giant.
Mm-hmm.
Morkan, the True Dragon. Looks like it has a different the timeline and the different appearances that he's made in the throughout the albums.
Looks like they're not numbered.
No. Lord Phantom. This one looks like it's like a picture. So this looks like it's out of a Okay. We have the Hidden Child. Oh, who's this guy? Louis Leroy. How about him? Street Clowns.
Jeez, this thing's packed. I thought there'd be like 3 of them.
The Lady of the Greenberry Lodge. Got the Grey Legion. These all have a little explanation on the back here. The drunken tyrant.
That's the Matt Bandy card.
Yeah, that's a handsome guy. I got the drunken marshal and the dead oracle. Yeah. Wow. So that's one of the things I really like about his stuff, because like there's no lyrics, but he's created this huge world that you kind of make up your own stories for it. I think that's kind of neat. Yeah. Then we got some stickers that came along here.
Oh, very nice.
And We got, Matt Bandy likes his patches. So we got a new patch here.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good size.
So along with that cassette, I also got another one from the same label. Demon Mule is the name of this band here. This is an atmospheric black metal band from, I believe they're from Switzerland, but I'm not sure about that. Either Switzerland or Germany. But I'm not the hugest fan of this band, but you'll see why I decided to pick up this cassette as soon as I open it, because this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I had never seen a cassette look like this.
Oh, wow.
In the back.
Wow.
That's crazy, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the music's good, but I don't know if this is kind of like a new trend, because I'd never seen this before until I saw this a few months ago. But then I've seen a few other releases recently, and I think this is screen printed on here. But yeah, it's just gorgeous looking.
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
Pick up the cassette on that. And it comes with the J card's pretty big on this.
Oh, nice.
You got your lyrics on the inside here. So this is very heavily inspired by Tolkien. A lot of most of all the songs are inspired by the Lord of the Rings and just the rest of that world that Tolkien built. So you got I believe that's the Hand of Sauron right there. And then it came with a few stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would have been a good patch.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly thought this was going to be a patch when I ordered it. So, but I know this patch is available. So maybe we'll see that in the future.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then I got a few CDs too. This just came out last week on the 25th. This is a Finnish black metal band called War Moon Lord. This is his second full length called Battle Spells. Got a shot of the man there. So this is a one-man project. I had a chance to listen to it, not fully yet, but so far so good. And then I got the new Dark Throne, which just came out last Friday. This is called Eternal Hails. And yeah, I've been listening to this pretty much nonstop since I got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good. With Dark Throne, this is their 19th studio album. You never really know what you're going to get with the new record. They released a single, but I didn't listen to it. I wanted to wait until the album came out, and it's really, really good. This is heavily inspired by 70s doom, which is they've dabbled a little bit in that, but there's only 5 tracks on this release, and they've had some albums before that only had 6 or 7 songs, but this is by far their shortest tracks, but it's like 45 minutes. So every song, there's not a song that's under 7 minutes on this, which is definitely unusual for them. But yeah, this is really, really good. So
what's it called again?
Eternal Hails is their newest release, and it was the first release that they put out that they've gone into a studio, like that they didn't do themselves. There was a producer that worked with them on this record, which is unusual, but it's funny because the sound on this is a lot more lo-fi than they've done in years, and the fact that they were in a studio and they got that sound by going into a studio and having a producer, it's really very fuzzy too. So Bill, you might like some of this stuff. So I'm digging this. It's very Sabbath inspired with some of the songwriting. Typically, a lot of like the early Dark Throne stuff, it's all been about like the riff, and that's still on this, but it's kind of multiple layers of throughout the songs, more like a Sabbath song, where there was kind of different levels of the song, not just one riff that's kind of repeated throughout the album. So yeah, I'm really happy with this record. So that is all my vinyl adjacent.
Very cool.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
Nice. Slide those guys over there. Kevin and Sarah, what do you got for your vinyl adjacent for today?
Who goes first? Me? Okay. You're going to be the show closer?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, I don't know how this is going to show up. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can. You can see that. That's on my ebook reader.
Oh, is that?
Reading.
Oh, nice.
So this is Dave Mustaine's book just on the one album, Rust in Peace. And I just finished reading it the other day. And so there'll be a review of the book up on buriedonmars.com coming your way very soon. So I just wanted to show that. And
all about Rust in Peace, that's it?
Well, in the review, you will see that about half of the book is about just a lot of drugs. They took a lot of drugs. They were going down a really bad path before that album came out. Dave Mustaine and the bass player, Ellison, they looked like they were going to go down the heroin road. Hey, there's Michael Brain. They were like really heavily addicted to heroin. And they had to dry out before they made that album. So, but I just I don't know if people know this, but with these ebook readers, you can take stuff out from the library with. So this is just a book that I got from the library, and today, the next book that came out, I don't know if I could show. If I open it and then close it, so like this is the book that came out. So I just got
nice.
This one today. This is Rob Halford's Confess, his autobiography. So that's going to be the next one I'm going to be reading.
Nice. So I haven't read too many. I read John Densmore's autobiography, but I haven't read too many music books written by musicians throughout the years.
I love them because even if it's not a musician that I'm interested in, their stories I find are very interesting. Just how they got into the music biz and where they got their start, where they get their inspiration, all that stuff. I just find it interesting,
Yeah.
And they're all like kind of different. Like I read Roger Daltrey's book, and it was great. I thought that was like just a fantastic read because he's a very open guy. And he was very straight about like just his opinions on the band and the Who and the different members and stuff like that. And then the next book I read was Pete Townsend, and man, I couldn't finish it. It was just so boring because it was all about just himself, And like he was one of those guys, kind of like Bill, like he invented everything, Like I get it, he got like the amp sound and stuff like that. But he's kind of like, well, Jimi Hendrix like stole my sound and all. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's true. Maybe like you head him down the path to amplification and that, but I don't know. Anyways, just wasn't as good. So they all come in varying degrees. It kind of just depends on the author and stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that's going to be coming up on buriedonmars.com. Also coming up on buriedonmars.com and on copmegaming.wordpress.com. Tomorrow we're going to be reviewing this. So this is the Tragically Hip in Bob Cajun. So the Tragically Hip are known for their song Bob Cajun. It's one of their most popular songs here in Canada. And Bob Cajun is just a small town in southern Ontario, sort of like central Ontario, out in the woods, in the Kawartha Lakes area, and everybody in Canada knows the song or knows the town because of this song. And Sarah and I actually one time we were driving through Bob Cajun. We listened to the song Bob Cajun as we drove through it. Anyways, in 2011 they decided to have a concert there, and it was kind of like pulling off a Woodstock. There was it's a town of only 2,500 people, and I think it was 25,000 people that they had come into the town, and they had to do all like this crazy organization. That they weren't the only band that performed; they were the headliners. But there was the Trues and the Sam Roberts band that opened for them. But anyways, they did all this just so they could perform that song in this town. And I bought the Blu-ray thinking that it was going to be the concert performance, but it turned out to be this whole documentary on how they did it. And then they had about 5 or 6 songs from the concert, but it was mostly about this documentary, which was really interesting because those guys are very closed off. Like they don't do any sort of interview like about their personal lives or anything like that. And this, you got to see behind the stage and them all getting like prepared for the show. They had like all this nervous energy before they performed. So it was really interesting. It's good stuff.
And it looks good on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah,
fantastic. It's this is the first time we've seen them on Blu-ray. Because the last one we did, Night in Toronto, was on DVD, and it sounds great too. The mix was really well done. Because I'm sitting there and they got, the guitars on the right of the stage is coming through the right speakers. The guitars on the left stage is coming through the left, and then the bass, like you could hear like the bass so clear. There's a lot of presence in the bass. It was good, very well mixed. And then finally, for my vinyl adjacent, this is something that came out in, I think, 2019 or 2018. But I just became aware of it. The very first CD I ever bought was Eric Clapton Unplugged. And just a few years ago, they came out with this deluxe edition of Eric Clapton Unplugged. So it comes with the DVD. Or sorry, the CD of the show. And you see, I kept the. You keep that. You got to keep that. So it comes with the regular CD, and then an extra CD. That's in the CD player upstairs, and a DVD of the show, which I've never watched. And the DVD was always like a separate thing. That was like an additional $30 or whatever. But here it was all in one package for $18 on Amazon. So there's a bunch of outtakes on the second disc. And one of the outtakes is My Father's Eyes, which is one of Sarah and I's favorite songs. That was released on the next album he did, Pilgrim. Or I guess it was the one after the blues one. But you got some early takes from My Father's Eyes on there. So
was that show recorded live? Did they do a live, or did he did multiple takes on some of those songs?
Yeah, multiple takes on, I think on every song.
Really? That because there was an audience there, right?
Yeah. It was a TV show, right? It was the MTV Unplugged TV show. And it's kind of funny because when you listen to CD, it's all just like one show or whatever, but they did splice it together for different takes and that. And it wasn't just for the performance, it was for the camera angles too, right? Like they wanted to get this shot or this shot or this shot, but apparently that's how they do every Unplugged.
Sure.
I wonder
Except for the Bob Dylan one.
I don't think you can get Bob Dylan to do a second take because you can't remember what he did for the first take.
I wonder what that was like.
You okay?
Being an audience member.
What are you tubing there? Your drink? You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
What are you tubing?
Yeah. I hope I'm okay.
You can take a break if you need a break. You're up now. I'm done.
Okay. Okay. We're into July. Around this time, 33 years ago, I was in France on an exchange trip.
Nice.
And my favorite band at that point was In Excess. I was in love with them. And at that point, my sister and I were sharing her copy of In Excess Kick. And she and I both were on the same trip, but we had separate families, and luckily they were friends and everything. So I got to see my sister while I was on this exchange too. But my sister was nice enough to lend me her copy of Kick. And when we joined, we got together to fly back to Canada at the end of the month. My sister was like, I want my cassette back. I'm like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? I've got like this, what is it, 7-hour flight? Something like that. What am I supposed to listen to? And so we were in the airport in Orly in Paris, and I bought INXS Kick at the airport on cassette. And it was very different different in how it looks to what we got in Canada. So this is the copy that I got from France. And if you open it up, Kevin.
Where am I taking out the
cassette?
Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool.
Now, I have a copy of INXS Kick that you get in Canada.
How come you have so many copies of this?
I got this at
What's your favorite band, Kevin?
You see how boring it is?
Even I had this cassette.
Yeah, you recorded over it.
Yeah, that's right.
And like inside, it's a bit different. Show the spine, Kevin. See how nice it is? The European version. This is from the Netherlands. Polygram. And what we got is Atlantic in Canada. INXS Kick. And I think the insides are all the same.
Do a comparison. People need to know.
Okay, flip.
It's a little different.
A little bit different.
Arrangement, but yeah.
And then it's the insert with the
my
lyrics.
God.
Those are the lyrics.
Those are so tiny. How the heck would you read all that?
Yeah. Kevin, can you read a little bit for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, get your magnifier.
It's by my chair.
Anyways,
Ready to go.
when I got this, my sister was so jealous. It's so special to me, and I look back at it fondly. I'll open it up. I don't play cassettes, but it's so nice to have this as a memory, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Was the CD version of that different? Because I remember this. I remember the skateboard being more prominent on something, or was that maybe their greatest hits? Had like that skateboard shot on it.
It might be the record.
I saw it's yeah.
Well, the skateboard shot is in the CD. It's the exact same layout and everything on the CD
maybe it's the greatest hits that had the skateboard. I have this memory of that being on the cover, the skateboard.
Anyways, it's like a precious thing for me.
Nice.
And then in 1990, I had the privilege of going back to France on another exchange with a separate family. And this time, the first time I went to the south of France and spent 2 weeks in Corsica, which is a little island off of France. The second time I was in the north of France, in Normandy. And they had family in Paris. And of course, at this point, all of my music friends were like, you're going to France? Here's a list. So you had to go to a record store. And I had enough wherewithal to look at stuff that I wanted to buy. And I went flipping through Duran Duran, of all things. I mean, I was years away from being a fan. I mean, I still like their music and what have you, but I found Duran Duran's first album on cassette, and it was, again, different than what we had in Canada, right down to the cover of the album. So that's what I have. It's a French release, and it has an extra song on it.
Bill, do this. We get the focus. There you go.
There we go.
Has an extra song on it.
Yes.
Well, there you go, LeBrain. You got to get that.
It has an extra song called To the Shore.
To the Shore. If you don't have To the Shore,
called.
you're not a real Duran Duran fan.
To the Shore.
You need that.
And just to show you, and it's a clear plastic, as you can see in whatever we got in Canada, like it was always black plastic. Anyways, I have
Francais in there.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Dans la même collection. I have this is the LP, but this is that would be what the cover we had in Canada. And there's only 8 songs.
Those chicks are hot.
On our hey.
What?
There were only 8 songs, 9 on the one from France. So again, it's something very special to me. Like years ago when we moved to this town from Barrie, we threw out a whole bunch of cassettes and whatever, and I just I kept this, of course, in the excess one, and threw out all the rest of them. But yeah, it's
we didn't need Green Day Dookie on.
No,
cassette.
but I threw out all my new order.
Oh. But the cases aren't even scratched or cracked or anything.
No, I kept them very pristine. At that point, too, I was older. It wasn't like I was throwing it into my book bag and it getting all scratched and whatever. I was looking after my stuff. And that's at the tail end when I started traveling to school with my my Walkman. I had stopped doing that. So that's how those were kept pristine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's all I have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great stories too. I don't have stories like that. I once went to Scarborough and
get some street meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I do have street meat stories actually.
I imagine
not enough time for that.
Like hope or something.
Well, no, I'm not going to get into it. We'd be a while. I do love my hot dog. So, anyways, I guess 50 minutes in, we can get to some vinyl, maybe.
Sure. We saw vinyl.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sarah snuck one in there.
Sorry.
What did I do?
You snuck a vinyl in.
Well, just to show you the cover, because I don't have the actual tape anymore.
It is called the Vinyl Show, though. So okay.
So I don't know if you guys checked out my little pickup video from last week, but I did make a tease of something that came in the mail from eBay that I picked up, and it even had a riddle with it. Well, a riddle or a bit of trivia. I gave you a hint, and if anyone could figure out what the album was from the hint.
What was the hint again?
The hint was, I said it was related to Zappa. I'll get the mailer label off here and obscure my name and show that this actually came from a town. I'm going to focus. It actually came from Centerville.
Massachusetts.
Centerville. This album came from Centerville, which is it's just crazy how that happened. So I was on eBay. eBay sellers got switched over to this new system where you have to give them your bank account now instead of PayPal, and they gave all of us $15 to spend as a thank you for doing that. I don't know if you guys got that.
No, I didn't get that. What?
I'm sure everyone. Well, it's too late now.
Maybe.
Yeah, you had to use it by July 1st or something.
Oh, so great. Now you
heads up on that.
Yeah, thanks.
So I can never find anything on eBay to buy ever because shipping is so crazy. And I always look for a couple certain items to see if they ever come down cheap enough. They never, well, even if they do, the shipping is still extraordinary. So I checked this thing, which is what I would normally check on to see if I can find a copy of it. And sure enough, there was one there. I think he wanted $25 for it, American. and my coupon was for 15. So I'm like, if I can get this sucker for 15 and then I only have to pay the shipping, which is still expensive, that might make it worth it. So I made him a really low ball offer on the make an offer and explained, your shipping is crazy. Help me out here. Shipping for this from Centerville was over $30 American.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
Is there brokerage fees or something?
Dude,
Like what?
No brokerage. Straight up.
I paid less than I paid. Like sometimes European shipping costs are expensive, but that's coming overseas. That's not that Massachusetts isn't that far from you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
it's cheaper to get stuff from the UK for us a lot of times.
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
So
it makes no sense.
So ultimately, I think he made a counter offer, and I ended up paying, I think, $17 or $18 American, and then sucked it up on the shipping to get this. But I've wanted this forever. A really good friend of mine in high school had it, and I think this was my introduction to Zappa. He had the poster of this in his locker. We had watched the movie together, tripping off acid, and
what?
Like, it just goes back. So
that's going into the bill vault.
I've always wanted this album, never got it for myself. Look at how they shipped it. They separate the pieces of vinyl into the
whoa.
So at least they put some
effort.
Yeah. They put some effort in. My computer's doing things here. Okay. So yeah, they got the records are separate. So I guess that's professional way to ship things nowadays. I don't know.
I was told that if you ship it inside the cardboard, it could actually crack the spine of the cardboard. Wasn't that Jake that told us that on this show?
I've talked about that before because I've had a few records sent to me that way.
Oh man.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, so they did it properly, and here's the record from Frank Zappa. It's 200 Motels.
Oh.
Wow, look at that cover. Whoa.
So this is the soundtrack of the movie 200 Motels. Yeah, the movie is crazy psychedelic. Like it's meant to be seen on acid, I'm sure, even though Frank was firmly against all kinds of drug use. But man, it made quite an experience, and you totally understood the movie only on acid. You'll never understand it straight. But so 200 Motels, like this is basically about a band that gets stuck in a small town called
200 Motels.
Centerville.
Oh, Centerville.
What? I know. And this came to me from Centerville, so I thought that was so crazy. And yeah, so that's the album. There's a picture of his symphony that's stuck behind barbed wire with a guardhouse.
Oh my goodness.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fun album. The rock is still good. It's good. It's rocking. I guess we got some original sleeves in there. But like I said, I think this came with a poster originally, unless my buddy got the poster separately. But so it just came with the record. That, if you want to pause that and read that, it's pretty fun stuff. The information there.
Oh yeah.
And what else? What other tidbits do I remember about this? So this came out in 1971, and we're talking about records that turned 50 years old. It's funny, there's no talk of a special edition of this unless I haven't heard it.
I was just going to say, it should be a 50th year anniversary edition.
All right. Sorry, I'm doing a Matt Bandy. Getting stuck reading here. So yeah, I was excited to get that, despite the shipping. $30 from Centerville.
That's crazy.
That is just insane.
I never see that record like in the record stores or whatever. So, all right. So we'll continue with records that are turning 50 years old. In 2021, I missed this one early on when I started doing this. I've been doing them in order of release that are in my collection. So this, I think, came out in February.
I bet you that's Carole King's Tapestry, just from the little top there. Sure enough. Oh, that's a great record.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
This thing sold 1 billion copies.
Oh, man.
Every song on it is a hit.
A winner.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one.
So from what I understand, this 25 million units sold.
Ooh.
There's some the back. You got James Taylor appeared on here. Joni Mitchell appeared. She did some background vocals. The picture is from, let me take the plastic off. You guys know anything about the picture, the photo?
Nope.
I know it has a cat on it.
It's got a cat. Well, this is in her Laurel Canyon home. You know, everyone who was anybody lived in Laurel Canyon. And see what she's holding there?
It's a tapestry, no?
Yes, that's her own. She's
weaving that, right?
Oh,
she's
cool.
Working on that.
Yep, she actually did it herself. And the cat, I got the name of the cat.
Is it Tapestry?
The cat's name is Telemachus. Telemachus, whatever that means.
Ah, nice.
Maybe the cat was into telemarketing.
Telemachus. I might even be saying it wrong, but Telemachus. So, yeah, I don't know why I missed that earlier when I was doing this, but that I think was a February release. And now I think we're catching up, so we're in like November or December or something like that. Another big one that sold 1 billion copies.
Oh, yeah.
From the Stones. Hot Rocks, 64 to 71. They did a little compilation there. This is their best-selling release of their career.
Really?
Compilation. Yeah.
That one. Okay.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the band, but I mean, it's got the goods on there, although they do leave off some of their big hits, I think, in order to put in a couple other ones to round out the compilation, the sound of it. And it got people to hear this. Geez, this is a good copy. Oh, it's still nice and glossy.
Not Bill Condish for sure.
No.
Let's see.
Hey, I think he stole that from me.
One digitally remastered from the original master recordings, printed in the US. This is not a Canadian version. I don't know where that came from. So that's 50 years old.
Wow.
And oh geez, man, I spun this so many times. This might be one of my oldest records too. I think I stole this from my brother-in-law back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Hunky dory.
Hunky Dory turning 50 this year.
It's my favorite Bowie record.
Well, that's good to hear. You know, whenever people talk about Bowie, they always talk about 80s stuff, and this is it for me. This is my favorite.
So yeah,
it's so rocking. Here's the back. I guess he composed this. He previously composed his albums on the guitar, but this he composed on the piano. And he was fresh off an American tour, which there's a movie out now starring Mark Maron, a biopic with Mark Maron's like his American promoter driving him around to all of his tour dates, and no one liked them and no one wanted anything to do with them. I only saw bits of it, but that's out there. I don't even know what it's called, but it seemed interesting from what I saw. Oh, this has still got its paper sleeve. You know, I should replace that now that I got fancy sleeves. Look at that. So what's on here? Changes. I'm getting bigger than that. The song Kooks is apparently, you see it says there for small Zed, that's his son, was just born. So it's dedicated to his son. Of course, there's songs dedicated to Bob Dylan, and Lou Reed, and Andy Warhol, of course. I love the Andy Warhol song with the Vic 20 music to start it.
That's a cool song. Did Brian Eno was he a part of this one, or is that not yet?
No, but apparently, like, he's trying to show that he is just as capable as Eno, I think, with this one. Or am I mixing that up with something else? Maybe I'm mixing that up with someone else. Editor, strike that. That's for a later record. The cover was shot in monochrome and then colored in post. That's why it looks so.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. And hunky dory. Play the crap out of that. That's a good one. One more. Again, you guys saw me when I showed this the first time. I love a rock star who shows up in a bathrobe. Harry Nilsson in Nilsson Schmielsen. Look at that. Rock star. Bathrobe.
That one's got to have a repress this year, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't heard anything about it. But this was his biggest record.
And we talked about how Booger from the
Fridge.
Revenge of the Nerds movies is a huge fan, and he could rhyme off a song after 20 seconds.
We talked about that here?
I can't remember, but that is a thing. He was on the Howard Stern show, and they were just playing random Harry Nilsson songs from his entire career. And they would just play like a second of it, and he would be able to name what song it is.
Like he'd be in the middle of talking. Not Booger. Okay.
The guy who plays Booger on Revenge of the Nerds, whatever his name is. and he'd be in the middle of talking, and Howard would just drop a song in there for a second, and he'd stop what he was doing, tell him what the name of the song is, and then continue on talking.
You got the coconut there. So yeah, Nielsen played piano on here, mellotron, organ, harmonica, electric piano. Did everything. Oh, Klaus Vormann appears on here. He's a collaborator with the Beatles and John Lennon. And Jim Keltner, I think, is on here. Yeah. So that's a great album. You should get that for sure. Okay. I will stop there for now. Just a few left. Uh-oh. Only a couple left. Only a couple left.
You got to come up with after that, Bill.
How are you going to
ideas?
How are you going to re-show those records again?
52 years old coming up. All right, Matt Bandy. Tell us what you got for vinyl this week.
Okay. So this one has already made an appearance on the show.
Oh, that's not allowed.
We
got a guest appearance.
That was my little one. So you saw the cassette version earlier.
Right.
I also got the vinyl release.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is, again, Another World, Another Time by Aaron. And what's cool about this one is that it came with a poster.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I might frame that guy up. And this, hopefully it shows up. But this is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
So you can, it's like a multi layers of pink in this thing here.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't, I'll maybe try to shoot some picture there. You can kind of see the colors a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gorgeous.
Merch now.
Oh, we're doing unboxing.
Unopened.
Open. Hit that subscribe button.
Oh, that came off easy.
Did that cost $40 in shipping?
No, definitely not. What do we got here? Got the receipt. Okay. Oh, what's that? Oh, we've already seen this one too.
You double dipping, man.
Yeah, so of course I gotta get the vinyl release of this, but that's the only reason why I got to see it. Like, oh, okay, I can wait a couple days to. So this here, I don't have to worry about losing the hype sticker because Peaceville, they put the hype sticker on the sleeve for the protection, the plastic sleeve there. So
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, Bill can dish.
Oh no!
They put the record in there.
Oh, I hate that.
God damn it.
How many have you taken back to Amazon?
Oh, countless.
What
So
was that?
that's-
Judas Priest? Oh.
That's for shipping the vinyl in the
Yeah,
cover?
that's what happened. I mean, the thing was packaged fine. God damn it.
He's taken a couple back. Mm.
This was on. This is just on black vinyl.
Oh, all
I
right.
missed out on the. And it, see, it splits the
Yeah.
the sleeve too.
Yeah.
God damn. So yeah,
That
I missed
sucks.
out on the color vinyl, but so this is a pretty bare bones for a Dark Throne release as far as the. Usually the inserts have something written by usually Fenris. I don't know, maybe if they years down the road they do a re-release of the record that might be on there, but sometimes he writes a lot about the recording process in the liner notes and talks a little bit about the songs, and sometimes he'll talk about what he's listening to and gives a kind of a playlist of what was some inspiration for the recording. But this record is dedicated. It says Fenris's work on Eternal Hails is dedicated to the victims of the Space Shuttle Challenger. And so this cover art was done by this, I forget the guy's name. His last name's Hardy. I wasn't familiar with this artist until I looked him up. Let's see. It's on here somewhere. Anyway, this guy is famous for doing space art, and a lot of our universe and like some science fiction type stuff. But he's like a British dude. Who's in his 70s now. But I checked out his other artwork on his website, and let me look. Oh, David A. Hardy is the artist's name. So this is actually a picture of Pluto and one of its moons. So, or his interpretation of what. God damn it! And the freaking corner is all roached here too. Son of a bitch!
Oh no!
Man.
That sucks.
Can you not take that back?
I don't know.
Ah, man.
So
that's a pisser.
We got another unboxing, and if you think this one was bad, wait till you see the box that this came in.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh my god!
I've gotten pizzas like that.
Oh no!
So when I came home from my hike this morning,
Did you run over it with your car?
this was sitting on my front porch, and from about 20 feet away, I'm like, that doesn't look good.
Oh my god!
I can only imagine what this is going to look like in here. Well, you just saw my address, so that's okay.
I'm distressed just looking at that.
I know.
All stressed out. Oh.
So we're going to go through this together, all right?
Okay.
So you're going to help me get through this.
Bandy just can't return these because he buys them from strange Norwegian distributors.
This one, the Dark Throne record, I don't know.
That's unacceptable.
That sucks. But this one, I'll think I'll get a hold of the, because this isn't the artist file. This is the USPS. Yeah. He probably sat on that.
Yeah, that's what that looks like. Or put something heavy on top of it. Like
you need a little boost in the truck. Kind of look over his steering wheel or something.
And like I know my I know my mail deliverer too. So I'm not saying that it was him, but that guy's delivered enough records to my house that I wish I was here when it came. It might.
Yeah, that would have been something.
It wasn't.
Imagine signing for that. By the way, my Zappa vinyl is just mint as can be.
Nice.
That turned out really good.
Wow. This is a real reversal. This is a reverse episode.
It's just like yesterday when we got that delivery.
Oh my goodness.
Pouring rain.
That's fine, right?
Oh my God. I am so depressed looking at that. Don't open it. Try and return it. That's what I'd be doing.
So this is a new record by Blazin' Right. Mm-hmm. This thing is awesome. Kevin, this is my Kevin pick of the week for you.
Blazin' Right?
Blazin' Right. Yeah.
All right.
They are a heavy metal band from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I like the cover.
Yeah, it's good, huh?
Yeah.
They are they play traditional heavy metal influenced by a little bit of new wave of British heavy metal, a little bit, and some US power metal in there, some speed metal, but it is really good. What drew me to this band was the vocalist. It's unique, and it's in heavy metal. Sometimes vocals can get kind of samey. Sometimes these aren't harsh vocals at all. It's not, but it's he's got a cool sound to it. So you got the back there. And I would love to show you what this looked like, but I'm not going to open that guy. That is brutal.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never seen anything shipped that badly before. That is.
And, of all the years of me ordering records, I honestly say this is probably the worst. This one here. I haven't had very many records that have come damaged. Every once in a while I'll get the seam split, and I can deal with that. But this is gnarly. I wouldn't be surprised that the vinyl was actually damaged, or at least bent or warped some.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking that, like, with the massive heat you had too, could that have played into it somehow?
No, that's not heat. That was sat on. Yeah, for sure.
If Bill found that for $1, he would buy it.
Well, it's $1. Look at it. Straight on, it looks great.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. This is probably going to be in my top 5 records that have come out this year. This is a new release. This came out this year. They have a demo out, and then this. But yeah, it's really good. It was so cool. There's a great song on here called "The Executioner's Woe," and it is about an executioner. The guy that chops the head off, and he puts his hood on, and he's the nameless face, and it's from his point of view, and it's so good because it's about his emotions, and that, like, he's going through like this heartache because he's kind of being forced to do this. So it's just kind of a unique take on when you see an executioner, it's like this song kind of humanizes him. So that was really cool from a lyrical standpoint. Yeah, this is good. This is a great record.
So it's on Bandcamp?
It is on Bandcamp. It was put out through, I thought this was on Cruz de la Sur, but it looks like it's on Gates of Hell Records, which I'm not familiar with that record label at all. Man, this thing is trashed. God, I don't even want to look at it anymore. I was so looking forward to that.
What a shame.
I ordered it on Bandcamp about a few weeks ago, and so when you order on Bandcamp, if the record has already been released, you immediately get the digital download of it. If you pre-order it, usually you get 1 or 2 songs, and then the day that it releases, you get the full thing. So, well, I mean, I've been able to listen to it, but yeah, god dang. So,
Oh man, that sucks.
2 unboxings, and they were both damaged. What are you gonna do?
Well, I know the feeling, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
all right. Well, do you want to take a break now to compose yourself after that?
I'm over it. I might cry a little bit later tonight. But usually artists like that, because I can contact them, the band probably either via their social media or through Bandcamp, and usually they'll be good about either sending me another copy or
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
Hopefully you get that resolved.
Me too.
Yeah.
Should I move on then? See what Sarah brought us? Okay. All right.
Are you going next or me?
You want me to go now?
I just want to put Bandy down here so he can calm down a bit. Mellow out in the bottom. Okay, so I don't know, Kevin or Sarah,
I'll go. Sarah wants to go last. Okay, so these are just pickups that I got over the last couple of weeks since the last show, I guess. Well, actually, when Sarah bought the records that she's going to show, I threw in a couple of records on the order because it was going to cost the same for shipping anyway, so I might as well just get a little something for myself. So I got me Judas Priest Hellbent for Leather / Killing Machine, depending on which side of the pond you're on. And surprisingly, I did not have this. This leaves Sad Wings of Destiny and Turbo as the only 2 Judas Priest albums that I need.
Are you a fan of Turbo?
Yeah, I like the synth stuff. I don't. It doesn't bother me. I like it all. I know some guys get all worked up over it, but
yeah, I know.
For me,
kind of a split camp on that one.
They went through so many different changes and that throughout their career, and I don't know. Really, the only stuff from Priest that I really don't like is the that Jugulator with the different singer.
With the different singer, yeah.
What's his name? Not Blaze Bailey, but
couldn't tell you.
Ripper Owens.
Wow.
Ripper Owens. That's it.
You got it.
I got it. It's there. It's in there. It just takes a while to come out sometimes.
You did a Lieutenant Data and worked through the database on your your head.
Well, I got a 286, so you got to let it go. Okay, so here's a band that I've been into for a long time, but for some reason I have not gotten any of their vinyl until last week. Here is the debut album of Royal Blood.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I was confusing that with somebody else.
That was
Surfer Blood for a second.
Oh, wow.
So this is another band that's like the White Stripes and Black Keys. It's two performers, a drummer and
I think you told us about this one before.
Yeah, and a guitar player, but he plays the bass, so he plays like a 6-string bass, and he puts all these effects on it, so it kind of sounds like a guitar. So he's kind of doing like.
Did you ever listen to that band Local H?
No.
Okay, they were a band from like the 90s alt rock post punk stuff that they had two members. It was just a drummer and a guitar player.
I'm sure that there was like more before, but really like the White Stripes were the ones that made the whole kind of thing, I think. Yeah. Anyways, like popular or hip or cool or whatever.
To make money with it.
Well, I put it into people's minds that like, hey, this is something you can do. You don't need an entire band. You can just do it with two people.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I got their debut and their latest one that just came out this year. I don't even know what the heck it's called. Typhoon, I think it's called. I only listened to it once, but it's really good. It's a little bit of a departure. It's got a little more. Not synth, but a little more electronic sound to it. But the tunes are really good.
Are they hard to find? Like,
nope.
Like Crumb Bum is?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I got the debut there for $22, and this one was $25. And I don't think they're that hard to find. They're on Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon, but they're like over $30 each on Amazon. So that's why I picked them up it was Encore Records in Kitchener, because Sarah was looking for those. Well, the albums that she's gonna talk about.
Oh, Encore Records, and they ship.
Yep, they shipped, and
he's writing them down.
It was how many records did you get?
I think I got 4.
4. So we got 7 records, and it cost like $16 to ship them.
Jeez.
Which is reasonable here in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an album that I had been looking for like since I've been collecting like 20 years ago. And that one of the bands that I got turned on to is an old blues band called Hound Dog Taylor and the House Rockers. I think I showed their first album on here at some point on this show, but I've always wanted the second album that they did. He only did 2 albums because he, became famous. Like he got a recording contract. Famous is the wrong word for it. He got a recording contract in his mid 50s, and then he got lung cancer and died. So he only did 2 recordings. He only did 2 albums. But I finally got their second album. This is Hound Dog Taylor and the House Rockers, Natural Boogie. And I mean, they were like a really low budget band. Like that is like the most low budget guitar. It's like a Sears guitar with all the switches and stuff. Yeah. And he even has his name. This is from 1972. He even has his name, like, what's that? Like that printed out, that old school printout thing.
The punch print.
Yeah, I guess so.
Label maker.
Yeah, label maker. That's it. He put that on his guitar. It's like a one of those fiberglass guitars. And he played slide. He had an extra finger. He had 6 fingers on one hand.
What? That's awesome.
But he still used the pinky. But they say that like because he had that extra finger, like his pinky had a little more dexterity in it. But he wasn't like a crazy slide player or anything like that. He was just really good. He just had like a good feel. And they were a really budget band. Like that was like the small little drum kit, just an amp. And even the bass player is using a 6-string guitar just with the bass turned up because he was a guitar player and they couldn't afford a bass guitar. So these were his 2 albums were limited in release. They were released on Alligator Records, which is like a blues label, but they didn't get like so I was like huge releases. So I was able to get his first album back in the day, but the second one it's always hard to come by, and it just got re-released. So these are this is a reissue.
I like that alligator logo.
Yeah, it's cool.
That look good on a shirt.
But yeah, I got
make one, Bill.
But yeah, I got a there's a tribute album I have with like Government Mule and stuff like that. So like it's like well known in the blues community kind of thing. But I was happy to get that. And then finally, my final pickup, Tom Petty put out a new Tom Petty family estate put out a new album. That's called Angel Dream. Huh. So this is a what they call a imagining of the She's the One soundtrack. All Tom Petty fans know that Tom was never really satisfied with that She's the One soundtrack that he did. A lot of the songs that were recorded that were supposed to be on that double Wildflowers CD ended up on that She's the One soundtrack, but they were kind of remixed and stuff like that. So when they redid Wildflowers, some of the songs that was on She's the One came back onto Wildflowers. So this is like all the songs that were left over, and they're remixed, and there's 4 new songs, 4 new tracks on here. And I was just listening to it before we started this thing, and it is fantastic.
Same producers as the Wildflowers.
Yeah. It's done like, I think they just did it like at the exact same time that they did the Wildflower stuff. It's 180 gram, and I really like the label on this one. It's kind of an old school 78 label.
Mm-hmm.
Got it upside down, but there you go.
Very nice.
So yeah, so even if you have the original soundtrack and you have the extended edition of Wildflowers, you still need this if you want. You got to go get this now. But, you know, like when it comes to Tom Petty in this era of his career, it's all fantastic. It's all worth owning. It's all good. And I pre-ordered this, so it was like $22. So what the heck? Why not?
Is that it?
That's it for what I bought. I can go into the Santana stuff now if we got time, if you want me to, or
how much does Sarah have?
I have 4.
Well,
she's got 4.
Take
Right?
it through.
All right.
Okay.
Never get to that Santana stuff. It's been sitting here for a month and a half.
We
now.
can come back around.
It's here for a long, long time. It's got dust.
Let's see. Where are you? Oh. Yeah. There it is.
So Encore Records in Kitchener, do they have a good stock I can look through online too?
Yeah. Everything it's all the new stuff. It's not used stuff, right? So it's
Right.
only their new stuff that's on there. But their prices, like those Royal Blood, they've been on my Amazon wish list for a while, and they're always like $32 to $35 or whatever, fluctuates in there. And they had the debut for $22 and the new one for $25. So I didn't think that was too bad.
Mm.
I gotta pee.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay. I don't know where to start with the story. Is anyone familiar with Bauhaus? The band Bauhaus? Okay.
Yeah.
So the lead singer of Bauhaus, Peter Murphy, he embarked on a solo career. I can say with honesty that I never caught on to Bauhaus.
Oh.
I only know one of their songs, Bela Lugosi's Dead. The only one I know. But Peter Murphy somehow got his hooks in me. And just on one of his albums, and from there it just kind of ballooned from there in the last few weeks. I had his album Deep on cassette, and then when we were thrifting one day I found it on CD, so it was like, yes, score. And then I was on Mike LeBrain's LeBrain Train show, and I was talking about Peter Murphy, and that sort of made me think, geez, why don't I have Peter Murphy Deep on vinyl? And Kevin was like, why don't you? I don't know. Of course, he went on to that Encore Records, and he's like, do you want Peter Murphy Deep? And I said, yes, please. And here I have it.
Nice.
I don't know if you can see. So he's kind of, people make fun of this cover, but I think he's just stretching.
I thought only Kevin Smith
yoga,
could do
right?
that.
He's into yoga, and
He's trying to suck his own peen.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Kevin Smith, the maneuver.
He's almost there.
Of course, Kevin.
He's actually thinking about removing a rib so he can get it.
Oh, jeez.
Marilyn Manson did it. Why can't he?
Right. So, anyways, there's this one, and then Kevin asked, well, there are others here. Do you want them? And I'm like,
did you show the record?
I haven't yet.
Show the record.
Yeah, this one is a clear vinyl.
What year is that from?
This one is from 89.
Okay.
1989, I think.
And don't tell them what it is. Pull it out so they get the oohs and ahs. It's all about the presentation.
I'm telling stories here.
Yeah, but don't tell them like what the vinyl is, like what the color is. Keep it a surprise.
Oh, clear.
and here he's doing more contortions.
Is that still dark wave sounding stuff?
It's sort of some of the songs, and some of them are a little poppy.
Okay.
The one song that played on Much Music or the radio or has any sort of
is this the one that spins and it does like funky stuff?
Yes.
See? When it spins,
it spins and it looks like it spins, it does one
like
rotation, then stops, and then does a rotation and stops. It's just how it's
weird.
It is so weird. Anyways, the song that in Canada that Canadians would be familiar with is called Cuts You Up. What are you doing?
I'm putting it away.
But every song on this album I really love. I really love.
Is it synth sounding too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Let's check that out. Peter Murphy is his name?
Peter Murphy. I highly recommend this one.
What's it called? Deep. Okay.
Deep. Anyways, so I got his first two albums, and then the one subsequent to Deep. So that's 4 in total. So this one is his very first one, and it's called "Should the World Fail to Fall Apart." And I'm not overly familiar. Like, I've listened to them a couple of times, so I don't know every song on here. There's a gatefold. Kevin's gonna demonstrate.
Oop. Just kept
From
that.
Camera?
Yeah, keep that. There he is.
Upright.
I think that's more like how he looked when he was with Bauhaus, but
Yeah.
What color? Don't tell us.
I'm not going to tell you, but it's colored.
Whoa.
See? It's all about the presentation. As Bill would say.
Learning.
Add some Mexican to it. There you go, blue. Very nice. I was expecting
And like, there's not a single song that I could tell you, like I know this song, like not at all. There's some darkness in here and some light, and it's good. I enjoyed every song, but I couldn't tell you off the top which song I liked or not. I have to listen to it more.
That vinyl, it doesn't do the shimmering thing too, does it?
No, it's only Deep. It was insane. Like, I'm looking at this thing and is it stopping? Is something wrong with the turntable? Because it would turn and but it's all an illusion. Okay, so then we have his second solo album, and it's called Love Hysteria. Now, this one I'm familiar with, one song, and it's called Indigo Eyes. Now, we used to have satellite radio, and I'd listen to the First Wave channel, and they'd play Indigo Eyes, and I'm like, hey, another Peter Murphy song. Maybe I ought to look to see what else he has in his catalog. That was a long time ago. But the rest of the album's really good, too. Now, want to guess what color?
Purple. Oh!
Look at that. Is that purple or is that a magenta?
I guess it's magenta.
I like the word magenta.
Anyways, Indigo Eyes is a great song. I really like it. It's more on the contemporary pop, but it's a great melody.
Okay, next.
Okay, next. This one is his 4th album, and it's called Holy Smoke. And you can see here.
Yeah, been through the ringer.
Yep.
Those other albums really toughened him up. Oh, there you go.
And again, I have to listen to it a little more to appreciate it. If I remember correctly, this one's a bit darker.
These were like blind buys for you?
Yeah, really. Any guess?
Oh,
Orange.
I'm gonna say blue again.
Has a lot to do with what the name of the album is.
Smoke.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice. There you go.
That's really nice.
Nice. For someone who's never listened to Peter Murphy before, where would you say to start? Deep.
Deep.
Okay.
Start with Deep.
That's cool.
And move it out from there.
This I want to clean this record. It looks dirty.
And then there's, of course, the rest of it.
I think it's like this. No, it's like this. He's lying down.
Yeah, he's lying down.
He looks a little bit like Bruce Campbell.
See that?
A little bit. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Cool. So many new records. Brand new stuff.
Nope.
New inventory. Encore Records in Kitchener. I got them. We should, when this is all past us finally, make a road trip to Kitchener-Waterloo area because they got a lot of good record stores there.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
A lot of stuff. Doesn't seem to
Absolutely.
cut through like everywhere else. Okay, I have a couple more, 2 more 50th anniversary records. So this was just stuff that's in my collection. There's still a ton more releases from 50 years ago that I just don't have. Like Paul McCartney had 2 albums turning 50 this year, Ram and his first Wings record, which I don't have. Can't remember the title of it. Those are 2 special mentions. Alice Cooper has a record turning 50. Any guesses?
I can see it. It's killer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Damn it, Kevin.
Just being honest. You got a Bob Dylan one behind it.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Please.
I can't help it if
It's
you're
just
showing
like
your cards.
Tapestry. I could tell what that was. There we go.
That's an awesome record. I love that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I can't remember last time I listened to it. I got to give this
funny.
another listen to.
Whenever I'd see that in like record shops, because I come across that one a bunch, I would always see the cover, and I always assumed that it was a later Alice Cooper release, just from like the font and the look of it. That looks like it would have been like a early '90s release.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, except that I don't know. He looks 70s. Looks 70s.
Yeah, I don't think.
back.
Honestly, I don't think I ever picked it up and looked at the back. I'm like, that's probably it.
Yeah, but that's I get what you're saying for
It
sure.
looks almost like an Alice in Chains record.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It does. Jar of Flies.
Yeah.
I look at that and I think Jar of Flies.
nothing in there. So what's on here? Desperado is the big one, right?
That's an awesome song. Under
know
My
what-
Wheels.
Do you know what Desperado is dedicated to?
The Eagles.
The Eagles?
I hope not.
God no. Well, yeah, I apparently in one interview he said Desperado was about Jim Morrison, his good friend Jim
funny.
Morrison.
Oh,
Wait, he was
But-
buddies with Morrison?
Apparently.
Weird.
However, in another interview or in another book, he says it's based on the Robert Vaughn character in The Magnificent Seven.
Oh.
So who knows? Who knows what it really is? But
yeah. You forget how early they started, and there would be some overlap between Alice Cooper and the Doors, because in my head they are like separate eras.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
I got some
Morrison died, what,
bandy
71?
action here.
Oh no.
Oof, God, I'm still raw.
Ooh,
Still raw.
too soon, brother. Too soon.
So this is still the original Alice Cooper band, I'm assuming. Kevin, fact check me on that. How much longer did he keep the boys around?
Well, Muscle of Love was, I think, the next one, and then they did the greatest hits, and that was it, I think.
Okay,
but don't quote me on it. But that's what I think happened.
I don't remember. I remember from the documentary how, they seemed fine about it. In new interviews, they're like, you had to move on.
What else are you gonna do? You can build a time machine and go back?
That's true.
It's done.
Well, as Kevin spoiled, my last 50-year record is a compilation. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2 in 71. The record label knew he wasn't going to pump anything out for a couple years, so they said, hey, let's do a compilation. And Bob said, yeah, I'm gonna pick out the songs myself for it. So he was very involved in it. And his idea was to add a full side of unreleased material on it. And so he went into the tapes. There he is in the back. That's a reverse shot. The guitar strap's on the wrong shoulder.
Yes.
But he says he always must go that. Anyways, he goes back in the tapes, goes in the basement tape archive. He's going to finally bring out basement tape stuff. Basement tapes hadn't been officially released yet. And the head of the label, Clive Davis for CBS, listened to him and said, I don't think so. I don't think these are very good. If you can believe it. The basement tapes, not very good. There's inside. All these shots are taken from the concert from Bangladesh concert with George Harrison, by the way. This picture in the Bangladesh booklet, George is here. They're looking at each other.
Okay.
So Bob said, all right, I'm going to take a few of those tracks and I'm going to re-record them. So he booked some studio time in New York at Columbia Records and re-recorded a couple basement tape tracks like You Ain't Going Nowhere and 3 other ones on here. Watching the River. No, that's not it. Anyways, he had to re-record about 4 of them, which Clive Davis did approve. And so you got not only greatest hit stuff, but unreleased brand new music on here at the same time as well.
Neat.
And
that was a double? Was it a double?
Oh, yeah, it's a double. I think it came with a poster, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Greatest Hits Volume 2.
What are the hits on there?
What are the hits? Well, Don't Think Twice, Lay Lady Lay, Stuck Inside of Mobile. Sorry. All I Really Want to Do, Maggie's Farm, like Mighty Quinn, that was re-recorded. Tom Thumb's Blues, Hard Rain, If Not For You, Baby Blue, Tomorrow is a Long Time. Paint My Masterpiece. It's good stuff. Must have.
Is it, does it like timeline wise overlap with Volume 1, or does it carry on where Volume 1 ended?
Oh, well, Don't Think Twice is pretty old. Volume 1 came out early in the 60s.
Did it?
I don't know. You're talking to the wrong guy. I don't know dates.
The Bob expert. That's what I thought I was talking to.
Super fan.
Maybe, but I don't know dates. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, so anyways, cover's kind of like Volume 1. I like how they did that. Now, what I can show you to carry on a little bit, if you guys recall, I'm going through a bunch of records I picked up through Retro Pixel. James picked up for me on a Kijiji deal, so we're still working through that, and I'm going to show a couple of that and then move on and let you guys get a little bit more on here. So when he was on the phone with me, he mentioned Van Morrison. I'm like, tell me more. And he mentioned this, which I showed you guys, the CD version I picked up, TV Sheets. Oh. So now I have the vinyl edition of it. Remember, it has that emotional song he wrote about living with someone going through tuberculosis and yeah. There's the label.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's funny. You had Clapton. I'm showing Van Morrison. Both these guys in the news and on YouTube talking about stuff.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And working together on stuff.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but.
And great music. Just let's move on.
Yeah. He also said there's Allman Brothers here. Hold on. What Allman Brothers? And this I did not have. Reach for the Sky.
Weird. Never seen that.
Whoa.
Me neither. It's from 1980.
Yikes.
I mean,
That
the whole band's there.
Hey, got Dickie Betts, Greg, Butch Trucks.
Keep on keeping on. Angeline. I don't know. I haven't listened to this yet. Don't know what it's about. But what do you have on here? You had $20 on there. Remember, I worked out a group deal, so I probably around $13 each I paid for this. There's the staff on there. Let's see. Electric synthesizers. Oh,
yeah, it's like some synth drums there.
You got the nice thing there.
It's gonna sound like Air Supply.
Well, if you recall, but that concert I watched from them in the 80s on a VHS tape where they were going through Memory of Elizabeth Reed, and it was jamming along, and out on stage left enters a guy with a guitar. Like, what is going on?
Where are you going
cut off shorts? So, yeah, they had their turn. They had their turn in these.
Guitar.
He was just playing chords, filming.
Yeah. No, he did a full on like a long time with the guitar center stage. It went on. You got Dickie Betts there, and you're not going to let him play guitar. Anyways, I don't need to go on about that. Matt Bandy, show us something. Show us something. We got a few minutes left.
Yeah, I'll show you something. I'm not going to show any more records. I'm a little too depressed.
Poor Matt.
But I did find this the other day at out on the thrift. I found a cassette player.
Oh.
So
That's
this
a
looks
good
like
one.
it's like a bootleg Sony. It's a
Yeah.
Had me tripped.
3 buttons.
yeah, me too. I was like, but man,
Yeah.
it was like $2, so took a chance on it because I don't have a working cassette player, but I got this finally. And it
3
sounds
buttons,
fine.
Bandy?
Yeah, 3 buttons. No rewind. Stop, fast forward, play. But it looks like it's like a bootleg
Oh yeah.
the Sony whatever, the
Walkman.
waterproof one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think that's waterproof?
It says water resistant, all weather.
Nah, it's not waterproof.
There's no way.
Well, you see, it's got this seal that forms around there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't chance it.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't know who in the right mind would have done that. So, yep, there you go.
Sweet.
By GPX.
GPX.
There you go. So, yep, that's it. That's it for me.
That's cool. That's cool. Fine. Did you say if it worked?
Yeah, it works. I've been listening to it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What? Who?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a cat?
He got 2 cats. That was the
2
final
cats.
adjacent last weekend.
Oh, I've been listening to him run up
I
and
didn't
down.
even see it. Oh, you got a cat.
Oh, 2 cats?
Yeah.
This one is Archie.
Oh.
That's Haley's cat.
Mm-hmm.
Was the other one Bunker?
This is a different cat.
What's, is this
That's,
Addie's? Addie's
Oscar.
cat?
Yep.
Oscar.
Here, come get you. You already interrupted the whole show here with your show of animals.
Hey,
Come
Addison.
say hi. Yeah, they're saying hi to you.
Oh.
We already talked about you for a long time.
Hey, Addie.
Pick it up.
Hi.
Hello.
No, they're saying hi to you.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be done in 5 minutes. Okay. No cats.
Well, this one's running away.
All right, Kevin, you get to finish off the show. I gave you some Santana time.
Here we go. Finally.
Okay, so you can find it in the kitties.
Okay, bye.
Unless the cats and the kid steal the show.
You guys, you still have Molly the Destroyer?
Yeah, Molly's still around. She's slowed down quite a bit, though. Yeah.
Okay, so here's Santana's debut.
Woo!
That's the debut one, eh?
Yeah. From 1969. Oh. Big Bandy.
Needed a Bandy reaction.
Bandy's approved. These are all original. I don't have any reissues. These are all collected from back in the day. Because Santana used to be fairly inexpensive. It wasn't on the radar.
Show that cover up close so we can see all the little hidden Easter eggs.
Ooh.
Yeah, so on the surface, if you look at it quickly, it just looks like a lion's head, but there's actually like two people up in there.
Oh, weird. I never saw that before.
And their legs. Yeah, if you look at it quickly, it doesn't look, and there's something going on in the nose with the face, and then there's a face there. Yeah. But this is a great album. It's got Soul Sacrifice.
Yeah.
If you ever want an entertaining video, go over to YouTube and check out the Soul Sacrifice, the version from Woodstock. That drummer that they had on there just puts on one heck of a show. Go check that out. But the studio version is good as well. Here's our second album, Abraxas.
Oh, nudity. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah, there we go.
We used to promise every show.
I've become so accustomed to this cover, I don't even see it anymore. But this is the big one. This is the one with the big hits on it: Black Magic Woman and Oi Como Va. So this was the big album for them.
Hey, look at that fro.
Yeah. Well, if you check out that video, you'll see some fro. And Carlos Santana does this amazing solo too in that video, and he's got like the smallest, like he's like got not a lot of room to walk around. He's got like the smallest cable to hook into the amp. It's like a telephone cord cable. And
in the Woodstock video,
yeah.
Did you hear his talk of what was happening with him during that performance?
Yeah, wasn't he on acid, and he thought the guitar was on fire or something, and if he stopped moving, it was gonna hurt him or something like that. It's been a while since I've heard it.
I'm remembering it as a snake.
That's what it was. It was gonna bite him, and he felt like if he stopped moving, it was like something was gonna happen to him, so he had to keep moving.
He was possessed for that performance,
and he looked like it too. So this is the third album, Santana 3. This is a very underrated album. This is fantastic.
You know, I never see that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God. So my dad, now I might be biased because my dad had this on 8-track, and he would play it quite a bit. But I think all of the tunes on here are fantastic. And let's see, we got some easy access here.
No.
That definitely in Bill Condish. You can see we even got a stain on here. Must have had Bill over for some coffee.
Oh, he set his mug on there, probably.
Yeah. That's some great artwork on there, though. If you open it up, look at all.
That's wild.
Well, 3 for 3 for the artwork.
And there's the album. Now we're getting the red label. They were little orange before. Now they're more red than orange. But yeah, my dad had it on 8-track. He would play this all the time. And it's a very jovial album. You know, like the other two are a little more psychedelic rock. But this one's like fun. Like that fun Latina vibe to it. And I'm not sure which album this one is. Like, it's Amigos, but I'm not sure what order it comes in the discography, if it's the 4th album or not. But I actually haven't listened to this one as much. It's been a long time since I listened to it. There was a time where I was listening to all of these records before I'd show them on the show. And I think that Santana might have been as far as I got. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. This needs to be replaced big time.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, these are all original from back in the day.
That's a cool label.
Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. And that's it. That's my Santana collection. Some psychedelic stuff on there.
That was my dad's first concert.
Wow.
That'd be an
Where at?
awesome first concert.
Somewhere in Rockford, Illinois, I think.
Yeah, just imagine those concerts that had not only Santana but Grateful Dead. Well, I had like 5 acts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been crazy.
Those were the days. There you go. That's my Santana collection. Boom.
Very good. Wow, right to time. That's the vinyl collection for this week. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks for playing it back later, and appreciate you guys joining us in the chat. It was a lot of fun. Geez, I'm done the 50th anniversary record, so we'll see. These cats. Can we close the door? Anyway.
Stealing the show. Stealing Bill's thunder.
Thank you, Sarah, for joining us on the vinyl collection.
Yeah,
Thanks for
very good
having
job.
me.
Thank you.
Good job.
That
Thanks
was
for
fun.
having me.
Well, you got us all involved with that crumb bin business. We're all searching for that record nowadays.
Have you bought some, Bill?
No. Haven't been to a physical record store yet, even though we've kind of opened.
Curtis got a few.
Did he?
Yeah, he got some from Amoeba.
Oh,
Oh, I'd like to go there.
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Curtis back soon. I think is he back on the mainland? Matt Bandy?
So,
Yeah.
I think so.
And he was teasing a few videos in the DMs, so he's going to have lots to show us. What is... All right, Kevin, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
BuriedOnMars.com. Check him out. He's got stuff to say.
That's right.
Big
Bob
stuff.
Cajun review tomorrow. Coming up.
Bob Cajun. On Blu-ray.
Yes.
I was shocked for that. I wouldn't think they had the gear to pull that off to record
They
it
got-
that way.
they got two more.
Bob Cajun.
I got 2 more Blu-rays coming up.
All right. Matt Bandy, thank you, sir. Good luck with your vinyl return.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And I've been Bill. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and for more fun stuff coming up on the channel. Something will be around soon. You'd be surprised. Thanks, everyone. That's it. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. No outro.